And welcome back, and it is the 24th of March, further maths 5 a day, and let's just go straight to the first one. Okay, so similar to yesterday, actually, we've got a solve question. Now, I think I can factorise this because I've seen this one come up a few times in these videos. So I would notice it's going to be a 2x and an x. Now, because that's a minus, one of these is a minus and one of these is a plus. I'm going to write minus in both for now. I suspect that that's going to be 2 and 3. The question is, does the 2 go with the 2 or does the 3 go with the 2? Which way round does it work? I think, if I think about it, because 3 minus 2 times 2, I should say 3 minus 2 times 2 is minus 1, I'm pretty sure that's going to work. So let's just double check that. So 2 times minus 2 is minus 4x. Add back 3x, that does indeed give me minus x. And I'm done. Although I'm not, because the question, remember, says solve. So always remember to go back and just double check the question. So which values give me 0? Well, the values that give me 0 are either going to be x is equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 3 over 2. And that is question done. Next question. All right, so a head teacher wants to survey 2 year 7 students. There are 100 students in year 7. How many possible pairs? Okay. If you watch my video since the start of the year, we've had a very similar question to this. It's called a handshake problem, and it's very easy to get this one wrong. So on the face of it, the first student he can pick, or he or she could pick, is out of 100 students. He's chosen the first one, or she's chosen the first one, so the next student's going to be out of 99. So on the face of it, that's the answer, but that's not the answer, because it's also the case that each of those students, and I'll tell you an example in a minute. So let's say the first student shakes hands with the second one. If the second one shakes hands with the first one, we've already done that. We've already counted that one. So I need to divide by 2 so I don't double count the pairs. So either way, it's 100 times 99, divide by 2, calculator out, and that is going to give me 4950. Question done. Good question, very easy to get wrong. Next question. The transformation matrix gives me a matrix, maps the point. Okay, this is going to be a simultaneous equation question. So let's just write it out and see where we go. So I've got PQ times 2p 5q, multiply that by minus 1 minus 2, and that's going to be equal to minus 116. So all I've done is I've just reflect the question in maths context. Now let's do the top row. So minus p minus 2q is equal to minus 1. So top row times the column equals minus 1. Bottom row, so 2p times minus 1 is minus 2p. 5q times minus 2 is minus 10q, and that's equal to 16. I presume this is a non-calculator exam because this can probably be done without a calculator. I'm going to double the first one and change the sign. So in other words, the first one's going to become 2p plus 4q. Remember, I'm doubling and changing the sign is equal to 2. And I'm going to leave this one as minus 2p minus 10q is equal to 16. And that means I can add these together. So 4q minus 10q is minus 6q. 2 plus 16 is 18, which means that q is equal to minus 3. Good. Now, found the q, I need to find the p. So I'm going to use the first equation because that looks relatively straightforward. So let's just substitute the numbers in. So minus p minus 2 times minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Minus p plus 6 is equal to minus 1. Minus p equals minus 7, which means that p is equal to 7. And those are my two answers. Q is equal to minus 3 and p is equal to 7. Good question. Well sort of designed, well laid out question. Next question. The coefficients are x cubed in the term. Right. It's a Pascal triangle expansion. Now, I do know these, and if you don't know these, just sort of get used to doing them, practice it a few times, but you will find out that the fourth line is 14641. The first one in this expansion is x to the 4, then it's x to the 3, x to the 2, x to the 1, x to the 0. I want the second one. I want x to the 3. So I know that's my expansion. So therefore, if I do the expansion of x plus a to the power of 4, that's going to give me 4, which is this 4 here, multiplied by x cubed, multiplied by a. 4 minus 1 is 3, so a to the 1, and that's equal to 32x cubed. And then I can just compare, can't I? So cancel my x cubes, because I don't need that anyway, it's a coefficient. Cancel the 4's down, and that tells you that a is equal to 8. Good question again. No, sort of a nice straightforward version of that question. Final question of today. The point A lies on the curve, gives me a y coordinate. The x coordinate of A is 9. Find the equation, the normal. Now, think about what I need to do here. I need to find the tangent, which is going to give me the normal gradient, and I'm going to need the coordinate so it can go through. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the value of y when x is equal to 9. And that's going to be 9 plus 2, which is 11, and 9 minus 7, which is 2. 11 times 2 is 22, so the coordinate I care about is 9, 22. That's my coordinate of A. Then I need to differentiate. So I can't differentiate this, so I'm going to expand first. So if I expand, that's going to be x squared plus 2x minus 7x is minus 5x. And 2 times minus 7 is minus 14, which means when I differentiate, so dy dx, it's going to be equal to 2x minus 5. And at the point x equals 9, that means my gradient is equal to 2 times 9, which is 18, minus 5, which is the not very nice number of 13. Okay, not great, but I've got my ingredients. That means the gradient of my normal is going to be the negative reciprocal, so minus 1 over 13. That should be 1 over 13. And the point I'm going through is 922. So if I bring all this together, and these numbers aren't going to be very nice at all, so I will get my calculator out for this one, it's going to be y minus 22 is equal to minus a 13th x minus 9. Multiply, let's just expand it, let's tidy it up. So y is equal to minus 1 over 13x minus plus 9 over 13 plus, now, I'm going to add 22 to both sides, but I'm going to convert those to 13. So 22 times 13 is 286. That's going to be plus 286 13ths. And that just allows me to compare these things more easily, which means my final answer is going to be y is equal to minus 1 over 13x plus, and it's 286 plus 9, which is 295, 295 over 13. Absolutely, definitely not the nicest answer ever, but that is the answer that I've got. And that's it for today. Another nice mix of questions again today. The questions at the moment are really sort of mixing up those topics, but just testing, those basic skills. As ever, let me know how you did. Do like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks all.